Now we're going to go into game predictions. And like I said before, the NFC North games have already been predicted. It's in our NFC North podcast segment that we did with Arian, our friend, who's a Lions fan, and we gave our game predictions for all the NFC North teams. And you can check that out in this podcast, right?
Yeah, you can check out the reasoning on there. We will give our picks here just so you don't have to listen if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Bengals Eagles, first game of the week. I will go with the Eagles.
I'm gonna go the upset. I'm gonna go the Bengals, and I'm gonna do it because I want to be wrong here. I'll be honest. I want to be wrong. I want to be. I want the Eagles to win, but I think I'm gonna go the Bengals here, and it's because also I think Joe Mixon and AJ Green are gonna have a great game this week. I think they're both gonna play really well, and I don't know if the Eagles. I also think John Ross is gonna play well too. I'll be honest. He hasn't done a lot.
All the speedster wide receivers.
Yeah. I expect big things out of him as well. And also, Eagles losing Jalen Reagor's a big one. Honestly, it's going to be a bigger one than we expected. Now D-Jax is their wide receiver one. Is Alshon Jeffrey going to play this week?
No, he will not play this week.
All right, so then now they only have Greg Ward and Deshaun Jackson. I'm not counting Jay Jaw as a real receiver. I think Reed could do a better job as receiver than JJ Arcega-Whiteside. So I don't really care. He can go join Nelson Aguilar for the Raiders and give free money. So he can leave.
For the record, I think I'm a better flag football player or whatever rough touch player than JJ Arcega-Whiteside is. Also, for the record, if the Eagles go 0-3, I will be picking against the Eagles for the rest of the year because I've picked for them 3 times in a row, and if they lose 3 times in a row, like it's just my fault. Like I got to pick it for the other team. I'm picking them though because I believe Carson Wentz, even with his limited wide receivers, I think he's going to bounce back. Look for the tight ends to get involved early, and Miles Sanders.
They got to run the ball. Yeah, he's the
run the ball and play action, play rollouts, do all the bootlegs.
The Bengals can't stop the run. They can't.
Bengals can't stop the run, and you can set up these passes where Carson Wentz thrives, bro. Like off these boot action, all those play action passes. We get him outside the pocket.
Wentz doesn't even need a good game to win this game. I'll be honest. Wentz can play like Baker Mayfield, and they still can win. Because if Miles Sanders can step it up, I mean, he played well last week. Don't get me wrong. But if he can play like an elite running back and one of like the top 10 running backs in the league that I believe and I know you believe he has the potential to be, and really prove that, I think this should be a no-brainer Eagles win, because the run game is unstoppable. But I feel I don't know why, but I'm sensing the upset. That's all. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. We'll see. Rams.
So depressing, man.
Rams.
Great game to start off with.
Yeah. By the way, I read this. The Bills' offensive coordinator really doesn't want Aaron Donald to play, man. He hopes that
what a shock.
I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure you felt that way. I'm pretty sure every team feels that way. I should say the Cowboys felt that way as well. But every team feels that way when they have to play the Rams, man. As long as Aaron Donald doesn't play, we're chilling, right? Sadly, they have to face him. And even Donald responded by saying, Don't be worried, man. I'm just a guy. You can just 1v1 me. You don't need to double team me. I mean, I'm just I'm normal. Like shut up, man. No, you're not. I mean, they have to double team him because he's the most dominant force in football. So this is gonna be a great game. Besides the point, this is gonna be a great game to watch. This is a pick'em right now. It's a -1 for Buffalo, but this is honestly a pick'em. I'm gonna lean Buffalo here, and I'm gonna lean Buffalo because I like Josh Allen, and I think Diggs is gonna get locked up, but I think guys like John Brown will play well, and Josh Allen will play. I think he's gonna run the ball a lot as well. I think he's gonna run a lot. He's gonna go out and get some scrimmage yards out of that, but. Yeah, I'm gonna go the Bills here. I think it's gonna be. I think I think honestly, it could even be a 1-point game. It could be that close. I really think this could be a potential game of the week pick. So yeah, I'm gonna go the
Hmm.
Bills here.
Honestly, I skipped through these matchups beforehand. This was the matchup for me that was the closest, and even now, I'm still not sure which way I want to go. So on one side, you got the Bills, great defense, and I know they let a ton of points up to the Dolphins last week. That was a lot of it in garbage time, and also it's a divisional opponent. Rams, great offense, great play calling, and then on the Bills side, pretty good off, like a pretty explosive offense, honestly, man. That being said, I think I will go with the Rams. And I just think right now the Rams have beaten like the Cowboys. I don't know if you think they're a great team. I think they're a good team. Eagles, not necessarily a great team, not necessarily even a good team. But those wins to me are more impressive than what the Bills have done so far. And Josh Allen has been extremely impressive. But if Josh Allen can beat the Rams this week, then I am 100% on the Bills hype train, as in like I think they could be really like competing for the top seed type of good. And I don't think they're necessarily there yet. And I will give the edge to the Rams just slightly.
Fair enough. I'm also really close on this game. I actually don't have a definitive one. I'm just leaning the Bills here, but I could go either way here. Bears Falcons. We already said this one, but our friend Arian picked the Falcons. We all picked the Falcons actually
Mm-hmm.
in this one, and it's mainly because I mean, obviously we could see if Julio doesn't play, then maybe the results can change, and maybe the odds will also
I
change.
don't think it matters, dude. They
But
have too
you don't
many
think it
weapons.
matters. I think it would matter, but I don't think. I think the result will stay the same, but it can be a close game if Julio doesn't play. But yeah, I'm gonna go the Falcons here,
As
and they
will
will
I.
cover. And they will cover. Browns against the football team. This could be a good game as well if Chase Young. I know Chase Young's gonna bring a lot of pressure towards these Browns. I'm gonna go the Browns here. I think they won't cover because the Browns never cover. Um, but I think I'll take the Browns here, and it'll be close. But yeah,
Yeah. I will also go the Browns. The offensive line last week played much better than they played against the Ravens week one. Going up against another elite pass rushing unit here for the football team. That being said, I think I trust the weapons on offense more for the Browns, and I trust Baker more than I trust Dwayne Haskins. Haskins, I think he played pretty well against Philly. I don't think he played nearly as well against the Cardinals. So because of that, I'll go with a better quarterback, and I gotta keep going with my Baker Mayfield hype train, man. Yeah, we can move on to the 49ers Giants here. The 49ers are 3.5 point underdogs, or no, sorry,
they're
yeah, they're
favorites.
favorites. Yeah, it's in New York, MetLife Stadium. First of all, praying no one else gets hurt for the 49ers or the Giants here. Second of all, I will go the Niners, even though they're losing, like lacking a ton of talent, they blew up the Jets by 18 points, man. And like the Giants and Jets, like the Giants are better than the Jets, but it's not that close. Like it's not that far apart. And because of that, I will go the Niners. I think Kyle Shanahan's gonna coach the hell out of Joe Judge, the head coach for the Giants.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this is good. They'll easily cover this. I think the Niners, even without Jimmy G, without Raheem Mostert, I think Jerick McKinnon's going to ball too. I think he's going to play really well. Yeah, even though George Kittle's not playing, Jordan Reed's going to ball. Yeah, I like the Niners this game, mainly because Giants, they're going to have a new running back now in Devontae Freeman. We didn't talk about that in the news, but Devontae Freeman did get signed for a 1 year, I believe, $3 million contract. Great signing, considering they don't have a running back really, other than Dion Lewis. Now that Saquon Barkley's gone. So yeah, with that new running back, obviously the offense is going to be different. So yeah, I expect a lot of the mishaps there. So I'm going to go the Niners still. Next game, another great game. Sadly, the Texans always have a rough schedule, man. Texans Steelers, another rough game for the Texans. I'm gonna go the Steelers here. This can be an upset. I could welcome the upset, but the problem is, I don't see Texans defense. I don't see the Texans offensive line stepping up, and I think these boys, the Steelers defense is going to really put the pressure on the Texans, and that's why I'm going to make this pick and picking the Steelers this week.
That defensive line is mad talented. Like they got Bud Dupree, T.J. Watt, J.J. Watt's little
Cameron
brother off the
Hayward.
edge, Hayward, Stephon Tuitt. It's just waves after waves. You have good linebackers as well who can rush the passer. You could send Devin Bush on a QB blitz, and he's probably going to get it like 5 times, 6 times out of 10, which is pretty good. Texans, Steelers. I don't trust the Texans wide receivers. And honestly, like I know you can't necessarily blame Deshaun Watson, but he hasn't played well, man. And I need to see him play well. I know he's playing against great teams, but the Steelers to me are still another great team. And I will keep the Texans losing streak continuing. I will have the Steelers winning this game as well.
Yeah. Next game, Raiders Pats. This could also be a good game. I'm going to go the upset here. I'm going to pick the Raiders here. And the reason I'm going to pick the Raiders here is because I like John Gruden, and I don't think the Pats have an answer for Darren Waller. Are they going to stick Gilmore on him? I don't know, because I think Waller's just a big dude as well. So I mean, he's a tight end, right? It's going to be interesting who they match up with him on. I'm going to lean the Raiders here. Mainly, I just predict the upset here. That's all I really have to say. I can't really bring any analysis here. I can't give any analysis really here. I can't like give a justification, but because I like him and the Patriots right now and how they're playing. But yeah, that's just the way I'm feeling. I'm gonna pick the Raiders here.
I also like the Pats and the way they're playing, and because of that, I'm gonna choose the Patriots, man. Few reasons. I believe Henry Ruggs is out, and I don't trust Bryan Edwards and Nelson Aguilar to be your wide receivers outside. And Zay Jones, he did have a touchdown catch last week. For the Patriots, Cam Newton right now is playing better than Drew Brees is playing. And because of that, I just think the whole creativity with this offense, including the rushing with Cam Newton, all of that, I think it's just going to be too much for the Raiders to handle. And because of that, I think the Patriots will win. And yeah, good analysis by me there. But I just think because they have less threats to deal with outside, I think dealing with Darren Waller is going to be easier. And you can't just throw to Darren Waller 2 games in a row, like 15, 16, 17 targets. Like you're going to have to throw, Bill Belichick is going to make other players beat you. And because of that, I don't trust Derek Carr and John Gruden to scheme up a way to beat Bill Belichick.
Fair enough. I think your analysis is fair. I'm just gonna go with the upset. Maybe I guess a good point you can bring, if the Pats play like they did against the Dolphins did make the game close against the Pats, then I can see this game also being close. But yeah, that's about it. Titans Vikings. We talked about this again before. I went with the Vikings here, 2.5-point dogs here, but I'm gonna still pick the Vikings here. I think they're gonna bounce back. I can't see Kirk Cousins playing 3 straight bad games, so yeah, I'm gonna pick the Vikings here, and I believe you and Arian picked the Titans here. So yeah,
I think I'm gonna flip my pick actually, man. Now that I think about it,
ooh, nice.
I agree with what you were saying earlier. So I know I'm contradicting myself from about an hour ago when we were recording earlier, but I agree with you. I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to have 3 bad games in a row. And I think this is the week you're going to see Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen. You're going to see these guys pop off. And I don't think this Vikings team is the type of team that's going to start off 0-3. And the Titans, they've won their games, but they haven't really won them they haven't really dominated the other team, if that makes sense. And I think it's going to be a close game for sure, but I think Minnesota will not start off 0-3.
Fair enough. Colts Jets.
Colts. No analysis needed here. I already said
Yeah.
it earlier.
If the
I'm not
Colts lose the Colts lose this game, bro. Uh, I
legendary
may,
Amal Rant.
I honestly may not watch Colts football for the rest of the season, even if they switch turned around. This is on another level. Like they're so depleted. They have
They
like
don't have an offense, man.
they have Barrios and Hogan as their receivers right now. Yo, like, come on, man. We just beat the Vikings, and then, yo, God, 11.5 point favorites. Even if we don't cover, I'd be pretty mad. I'll be honest. Game shouldn't even be close. Next game, Chargers, Panthers. I'm gonna just here. Panthers are without CMC. That's the only reason why.
Chargers as well for me, and I same thing with you. What you said. I just think that offense drives so heavily through CMC, and when CMC was out, you saw what happened. Teddy Bridgewater didn't play that well, and he wasn't playing that well throughout the entire game, for that matter. And I think it carries through. We saw what the Chargers did against Patrick Mahomes, and I get it's a divisional game; those games are always weird, but the talent is there, and I think if Justin Herbert all he has to do is play competent football and not screw it up, and if he doesn't, then I think they can win.
Yeah, I agree. Bucks Broncos. This one, Drew Lock's not there. Cortland Sutton's not there. Von Miller's not there. Philip Lindsay's not there. So I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers. And I expect Tom Brady to play well as well. So I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, I agree with you with everything what you said there. Buccaneers, Tom Brady versus Jeff Driscoll. Like, just think of that highlight: Tom Brady, Jeff Driscoll.
If Brady loses this game, though, I mean the Bucks hype train will have a brief detour, I think, for sure. Yeah, you can't lose this game. You can't.
Okay, we can move on here. Cardinals by a mile.
This one we undisputedly pick the Cardinals here. Cowboys Seahawks.
Game of the week,
America's game of the week. America, because the Cowboys being America's team. Disgusting. But I'm gonna pick Dallas here. And I'm gonna tell you why I'll pick Dallas here. Because I think I want the Seahawks to win. And so I also hope I'm wrong here again. I think Dak Prescott's going to play very well against the Seattle team. They are down their tight end Blake Jarwin, but I don't know.
The Cowboys are also missing a ton of offensive linemen as well, dude. Like Tyron Smith, I believe, will also be out, or if he's playing, he'll play hurt.
Yeah, he's going to play hurt. I don't know if he's out, but the Cowboys do have a lot of injuries on the defense, but yeah, I don't know. I feel an upset coming here. I don't know why, because this Cowboys crap. But yeah, also Seattle Seahawks are without any fans. I think that could affect them too, potentially.
I don't think that's going to impact them because I think when I look at the New England Patriots, I'm honestly more impressed by Dak, or rather Cam Newton, than Dak. And Seattle, I'm 100% pushing that button. I'm going with Seattle here. Russell Wilson needs to have a bad game for me to pick against him. And 2 weeks in, he hasn't had a bad game, leading the league with 9 touchdowns. I'm pretty sure if he continues this pace, some quick math, 16 games divided by 2, 8 times 9 touchdowns. He will throw 72 touchdowns before the year ends. That's obviously not going to happen. And if that does happen, bro, Russell Wilson lock for the Hall of Fame. He already is, in my opinion. But that being said, the Cowboys, I just don't see how they're going to stop the Seahawks. Like, they couldn't stop Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan wasn't playing like an amazing game. Like, he was just playing normal Matt Ryan football. Russell Wilson football is way better than Matt Ryan football. And if they let Russ cook, which I believe they will, I'm going with the Seahawks, man.
I actually changed my mind. I'm gonna go the Seahawks. I forgot about that. The Seahawks blew out the Falcons, and Falcons basically blew out the Cowboys. I forgot about that. I forgot the Seahawks played the Falcons week 1. Yeah, I'm gonna change my pick. I'll pick the Seahawks too. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
moving on to
actually
Sunday Night Football then.
I could actually see this being a blowout now. Looking at it,
No, it won't
because
be a blowout because
the
it's a
Seahawks,
Dallas game.
the Seahawks manhandled. That's all I'm saying. Sunday Night
Packers
Football.
Saints, man, great game.
This is probably arguably this could honestly overtake the last week's Sunday Night Football game. Another great game. I'm gonna go the Packers here.
As
I
will
think
I.
I think we already talked about this in the last pod, but I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna pull through.
And
And I
not
think
having Michael Thomas, man, is the
that that
biggest blow.
that hurts, man. That also really hurts for Drew Brees. So yeah, they're gonna have to have Alvin Kamara and Traquan Smith carry that offense. So that's the main reason. But if the Packers are without Devontae Adams, that could also be really interesting to see, for sure. Because the Packers having only MVS as their main target, yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go. So we'll see. Next, Chiefs Ravens game of the year.
Potentially.
I'm gonna watch this whole game no matter what.
As will I, for sure.
Yeah, from start to finish. This is gonna be an amazing game. I think that these are the two best teams in football. We're gonna get to our power rankings later, but this is gonna be really good. I actually don't even know who to pick. I'm surprised the Ravens are. I'm actually not surprised. Actually, the Ravens are 3.5-point favorites. Um, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Baltimore here, and I'm gonna go with Baltimore because of the defense. I think this defense that Baltimore has is really too good, man. Uh, I think it's gonna be a tough night for Patrick Mahomes. I I don't know, man. It's just not. I don't expect a great week. Kansas City could play really well and they could dominate the Ravens, but this Ravens D, man, it's just really good. And then Lamar Jackson could run through that Kansas City defense. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Ravens here, and I think they cover. I think they make it like it's still within one possession, but I think they cover.
Hmm. So last year the Chiefs played the Ravens, correct? Do you remember who won that game?
I believe the Ravens won. Let me check. Did they play
The
last year?
Chiefs won. Yeah, the Chiefs did win last year.
Chiefs
It
won.
was
Chiefs won last year. Yeah, they were 3-0. Yeah, the Chiefs were both 2-0 at the time.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, man. Like I said, I think this is the week where Patrick Mahomes proves to everyone, or at least proves to me, because I think I've gotten the reputation of being almost a Patrick Mahomes hater. Um,
I think it's
I
gonna be
need to,
tough. That's why I picked the Ravens. I think it's gonna be a really tough time for Patrick Mahomes.
I think it will be a tough time, but at the same time, like I think this is the week where you're gonna see him explode on
Thrive.
the scene again, and I
Fair
think he
enough.
thrives in those big moments, similar to Russell Wilson, and because of that, I will go with the Chiefs. And they're also, in my opinion, like I just trust Patrick Mahomes way more than Lamar Jackson.